700 miles from Athens, Greece, or about the distance from New York to Chicago, is Lebanon, a country that is known for its cosmopolitanism, cuisine, nightlife, natural beauty, and Phoenician heritage. Its cedars are mentioned dozens of times in the Bible, which says the wood was used to build the ancient Israelite royal palaces. Today, some of Lebanon's universities, such as the American University of Beirut and Lebanese American University, are ranked among the top in the Arab world. Typically for countries in its area, Lebanon's land has changed hands many times over its thousands of years of history. After the Phoenician period, it was successively conquered by the Persians, Greeks, Romans, Arabs, Crusaders, Ottomans, and French, becoming independent after World War II. Artifacts from all these periods are regularly unearthed. During the past decade, a time of relative quiet, more than 4 million tourists per year visited Lebanon. Over the past 2 years, however, Lebanese society has collapsed, a crisis the world has mostly ignored. The seeds of this crisis sprouted a decade ago, when the civil war in neighboring Syria wounded the economy. The militant group Hezbollah's increasing control of the country alienated investors who could have helped the economy recover. To postpone the inevitable, Lebanon's banks created a Ponzi scheme. They offered generous interest rates to anyone who would deposit, paid for with the money from later deposits. In 2019, the banks finally crashed, beginning one of the world's worst financial crises since the mid-1800s. Inflation is now over 80% per year, and even relatively well-off Lebanese struggle to afford food. There is a shortage of many basic supplies, with cars waiting for hours to buy even a few gallons of gas and long lines outside pharmacies for whatever medicines remain. With the economic meltdown has come a political meltdown. On paper, Lebanon is one of the more democratic countries in the Middle East, with regular elections and a confessional system mandating each religious group receive a certain proportion of representation in government. Parliamentary seats are allocated 50-50 to Christians and to Muslims plus Druze, with the various Christian and Muslim movements within the country allotted a certain number within each half of parliament. Traditionally, the president is a Maronite Christian, the Speaker of the Parliament is a Shia Muslim, and the Prime Minister is a Sunni Muslim. In practice, this system has rampant corruption. It has also been in periodic turmoil, particularly during the sectarian violence of the Lebanese Civil War from 1975 to 1990. Short of overhauling the political system, which happened at the end of the Civil War, there are few formal processes for changing the relative representation of each group in response to demographic shifts. Yet the relative number of Muslims to Christians has grown since Lebanon's independence. Lebanon's recovery from the war has been fragile, and the government has little credibility. In the recent crisis, it has gone through 3 prime ministers in 2 years. Hezbollah, which started during the Civil War, effectively controls the country, especially the southern part, as a state within a state. With Iran's backing, they periodically attack northern Israel, further destabilizing Lebanon. In fact, the entrenchment of Hezbollah, especially if Iran completes its nuclear program, is one of Israel's greatest threats. Lebanon's crisis has received remarkably little attention. However, the country occupies a strategic location in the eastern Mediterranean, at the crossroads between several different regions. Because of this, its instability has the potential to spill over into many other countries. A democratic, prosperous Lebanon, on the other hand, could help bring peace and stability to the entire region. Hence, it is important to understand and support this extraordinary country.